the number one podcast in the world for growing your insurance business.
I'ma do whatever it takes, getting it done any means, get rid of these snakes. Now I'm up on my stakes, going all in like get rid of these breaks. Now I ain't never gonna break, double my pace till I go down one of the greats. One of the greats, whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Can't believe I'm doing this.
We're having fun, so that's all.
We like the light figures. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Seven Figures or Bust podcast, the number one podcast in the world for growing your insurance business. I'm Christian Brindle, joined with Glenn Shelton. This is episode 196. 196. Getting close to 200. Good morning, sir, on this Friday.
Good morning. Quick order of business. I have a feeling, knowing you and how busy things have been this week, you probably forgot what's about to happen right now. Let's see.
I have completely forgotten
what's
about to happen
sad.
right now. I don't know what
That's
you're about
sad.
to. Oh, yes, I did forget. But I'm
Ladies
glad you
and
reminded me.
gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we have the NBA All-Star Game this weekend, which means we have the three-point contest. Christian and I were talking about who we thought would win.
Can
We're
you zoom
going
in
to do
closer at all?
Yeah, I'm trying right now. I know. I was thinking the same thing. What is going on? Why is it so far away? Zoom.
There we are. Okay. Maybe even a tad closer. I'm getting a little
Of
blind.
course.
I'm getting
Of
kind of
course.
blind in my old age.
Yes.
There we go.
Look at that. Look at
you.
that. It's like
Thank you.
they're here in the room with us. Okay, so we're going to do a quick little snake draft where we each pick two. The way the actual three-point contest works is there's an initial round for all 8, then there's a final round for the top 3, and then there's a winner that gets chosen. So we'll do a quick snake draft here of who we think is going to win. You mentioned earlier this week that there was someone that already stood out to you.
Yes,
Is that correct?
that is
Which
correct.
I really hope you don't take my guy. I'll let you go first. I'm really curious.
Oh.
You can go first.
That is what a gentlemanly thing for
I
you
am.
to do.
I know. I know.
I'm taking Con Knipple.
No, that was my pick. No!
The potential runner-up for Rookie of the Year, Sniper.
Yeah,
from behind
he's
the
been-
3-point
He's
line.
been incredible, dude. I was like, there's no way he's gonna pick Con out of this list. I should have fought for first pick,
Student-
you guys.
I'm a student of what's going on. Okay, I know what's going on.
That's impressive. I really thought you were so far out of the loop that he was gonna blend into the background.
No. I'm never out of the loop with NBA. Everything else, but I always
Yeah.
know what's going on with the NBA.
There's a few sleeper picks here. I've got to pick Lillard, I guess, for mine. I mean,
Wow.
he won twice, even though he hasn't been playing. Everyone keeps saying that. Everyone I've talked to about this is like, he hasn't been playing.
He's out.
He hasn't
He's
been-
out.
I'm like, it doesn't matter, you guys. Dude, it's Damian
doesn't matter.
Lillard, bro. It's
doesn't
Damian Lillard. He's fine. Okay.
It
so that's
matters
my
that
pick.
it matters that he's not playing. It doesn't matter that he's Damian Lillard.
I'm just saying, if we were picking, if he's going out and playing a game and we're like, making a bet on that, yeah, that's a big deal. He's just shooting the ball, guys. Come on. I just watched him shoot. You had a video the other day. He looks fine. He's totally fine.
I have never seen a player that's too injured to play be in the 3-point contest. This is got to be the first time I've ever seen it.
Well, get ready. Lillard's coming.
My
Game
next
time,
pick.
baby.
My next pick. This is tough because there's a lot of really good names on here. I'm gonna go with Norman Powell.
Oh my gosh, dude. I can't believe you right now. I love I felt like he was a major sleeper on this list. He's an absolute hooper.
he's having a great season. He's been a sniper for the last couple of years now for the Clippers, now for Miami. Should have made the All-Star team. Did he? I can't remember if I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
He should have. He's averaging like 24 a game. He should have made the All-Star team.
All right. I'm gonna go kind of torn between Maxey and Murray. I'm gonna go with Maxey. I'll take Lillard and Maxey. That'll be my top two.
I will go. How many are we drafting now? 2 or all of them?
Just two each.
Two each. Okay.
So 2 rounds. So this is how I think we should count. Obviously, if one of us makes into the next round, right? So if one of us has a guy that goes to the final round and then the other 3 guys don't make it, then I think that's an automatic win.
Mm-hmm.
If there's multiple people in the final round, then we either go by whoever scored the highest or whoever actually ends up winning the contest. But how would you like the giveaway, the winning behind this? I feel like you had kind of an idea earlier this week with that.
Well, to stay in the theme of T65 business that we're going to be talking about on today's show, I propose that the loser has to pay for 10 retail value pre-65 leads out of their pocket for one lucky winner that comments on this stream today, or maybe a stream on Monday. Maybe we'll kind of do that together. But
I think that it should be we'll do a winner loser announcement post of the contest, and then whoever comments on that will potentially get to it. I like it. I like a little bit of pain here.
Yeah. Taking us back to the Summit days of buying leads or supplying leads pre-merger.
Oh, it's hard to talk about. Can I ask really fast too about this Utah Jazz dilemma that's going on right now? Since you're up to date on everything NBA all the time.
I don't know about that, but hit me. You mean the Triple J thing?
So there's the Triple J. So the other night, the starters like sat all fourth quarter after they were up going into the fourth quarter. The rumor is they're tanking. They're trying to tank out the season. They're going for draft picks at this point. Obviously, they're not in any sort of like competitive situation. Triple J gets traded for, plays a few games, and then all of a sudden he needs to have season-ending surgery out of nowhere. Is this like an overall issue in the NBA now? Like, are we going to start seeing teams who lose as soon as they hit if they hit 30 losses early in the season, you're just going to see them tank out? And then specifically with the Jazz, was this a strategic thing? Like, I want a player that has a season-ending injury so we can really tank? Like, what was that?
Yeah, so to answer the first question, is it becoming an issue? Is it an issue? Yes. Is it a new issue? No. This has been going on a long time. If you even look in the 90s, when Tim Duncan was drafted, the Spurs had David Robinson and a really good team, a perennial deep playoff team, MVP candidate. David Robinson gets hurt. And if I remember correctly, he could have came back earlier and they sat him the whole year so they could get better odds at Duncan and got him. Then the next year they have both of them, and I think they win it all the next year.
The Twin Towers.
Yes, the Twin Towers. And then you look at, I think about longer now. I think about 15 years ago now, you have, what was that GM's name? This is going to drive me crazy. For the Philadelphia 76ers. He was the one that put on the map the phrase "trust the process," because they were so bad, and that was his way of telling the fans, don't rise and revolt against me.
I've heard that Okay, yeah, I've heard that
Sam-
referenced. I've heard that referenced before.
Sam Hinkie. They were intentionally trying to lose games. If a player helped them win too much, they were traded or cut. They would win like 9-10 games every year. They got like top 3 draft picks for like 5 years in a row. They were so bad. That's how they got Embiid. That's how they got Ben Simmons. They also took some really misguided picks. Like they took Nerlens Noel in the top 5. They took Jahlil Okafor at number 3 one year. Both of them are like out of the league now. But I say that to say, I don't think it's a new thing. I think it's been going on a long time. Is it an issue? Sure. How do you fix it? I don't know, because ultimately you don't want to do the reverse where one of the best teams can get one of the highest draft picks, because that's not fair either.
Yeah. And so the Triple J thing, they had to have known about this before they got him, right? This was all part of the...
I think it's impossible that they didn't, because they do a extensive physical on these players before the trade actually gets finalized.
All sports are like that too. I mean, they really look at everything. So Adam Silver is aware of this. This is a hot issue right now. Apparently it's being floated like a consolation loser bracket tournament for the worst teams in the NBA.
Please don't do that.
To compete for the draft picks. That's being floated right now. And some of the commentary on this is, why would you fight as a player to win a tournament for your team to get picks that could potentially replace you? Like,
right. There it is.
Like,
there it is right there.
Oh my
Makes
God.
no sense.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I really hope it happens, just because it's so dumb. It's the dumbest. Adam, brother, if you're watching this, which I'm sure you are, don't do it.
Before we get into the sponsor and the main topic, moving away from NBA talk so we don't lose the whole audience.
Yes.
I watched a movie last night.
Ooh,
and I don't get to watch many movies these days.
Look at you.
Because I have a extremely high maintenance child.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't be mad at him because he's so cute. He's so happy.
He is very cute.
You know, he's just got this like he's very happy. That's my impression of him. I think it's pretty good. Been working on it. But I watched this movie last night. I haven't watched this movie in a long time. The movie's so fucking good.
What is it?
It was Django Unchained. Have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't seen it, but is Jamie Foxx in that?
Jamie Foxx is in it.
Jamie Foxx,
Samuel Jackson, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I haven't seen it. I think I'm aware of. Hit me with the premise really fast. I'm just curious.
It's brutally graphic in terms of the violence. It's a movie that takes place in slavery times, so it's really, really gruesome in terms of that. There's some parts that are very hard to watch, right? It's like I would never watch this movie around your children ever. It's really bad in every way possible.
Oh man,
now
I really want to see it.
That being said, the movie's so sick. Like it's so sick. So like Jamie Foxx is essentially he's a slave.
Yeah,
and
I thought it was slavery.
And this guy who's a German, he's an ex-dentist turned bounty hunter, comes and rescues him because he knows where some people are that he needs to hunt and kill. Then they're like plantation owners and stuff like that. So then they hunt them down and blow their brains out, you know, because they're bounty hunters. And then he like teaches him how to be a bounty hunter and teaches him how to be a badass. And then they go after his slave wife and they like go undercover, you know, and it's so good. It's so
I'll have to watch this.
It's a 10 out of 10.
I know, Jason. I need to catch up. I admittedly at the gym I've started watching movies when I'm doing cardio just because I'm so freaking bored. So I'm like, I might as well watch a movie. And so, it's like 3 gym sessions and I can churn through a movie. I've been going through some of like the Oscar nominees for the most recent. And some of them are just really weird. But I will say One Battle After Another with Leonardo DiCaprio, which just came out in like December. I thought it was really good. I actually really like. I mean, I think at this point, if Leo's in it, it's probably worth watching, right? I love him. I think he's great. But yeah, that whole premise is he's like a revolutionary, kind of here in the States. It goes from like mid 70s up to like current day, and the whole idea is you kind of see this group that is like trying to create change, and they slowly fall apart, and they get either like killed or caught up in the system, and then it's like what happens later, and it's a good one. It's worth watching.
There's not a lot of bad movies with him in it. Like
no,
in Django Unchained, he's the bad guy. Like he is the main villain of it. So he's this extremely rich, tyrant, cruel, evil, racist plantation owner. And he plays it so well.
Leo, tell us about your method acting for this one.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like you're just watching it and you're like, you despicable son of a bitch. Like he makes you feel that way, like very well.
I gotta watch. I'm gonna have to watch this week.
And then like Samuel L. Jackson is like, he's a slave, but he's like playing an older slave, so he's like gray hair and everything. He has a cane he's walking with, but he's like disloyal to the other slaves and loyal to Leonardo DiCaprio. So he's like despicable in a totally different way, Yeah,
this sounds
it's
rich.
So good.
Yeah, this sounds really good.
But all right, it's hard to watch.
We got to move. We're gonna lose. we're gonna get booted off Spotify here in a minute. Spotify's gonna call us up and be like, guys, we're cutting the show. But speaking of Spotify really fast though, have you noticed how mainstream podcasts have become all of a sudden? Have you seen this?
I don't know if it's all of a sudden.
Well, when I say mainstream, is these major platforms are starting to stream video podcasts. Netflix just started picking up all these major video podcasts. Hulu is starting to pick up video podcasts. Obviously, podcasts have never died or gone away. Some people have thought, oh, it's really saturated. But what's becoming really interesting is video podcasts, just like this, just like what Christian and I are doing right now. They're starting to find even more elevated platforms that they can be found on. So I just think it speaks to the credibility of doing a podcast, you guys, so do it. Start a podcast. Christian, who is today's sponsor of episode 196? Tell the people.
Episode 196, you guys, is brought to you by none other than Lead Heroes. Because we are doing an exciting Lead Heroes Loves You offer, as we always do in the month of February. Glenn, tell the people about the Lead Heroes Loves You offer.
This is what I believe our 6th annual Lead Heroes Loves You sale. And honestly, you guys, I don't know if Lead Heroes has ever been more in love with you than this year in 2026. With Valentine's Day looming just around the corner tomorrow, we wanted to offer all of you guys a special discount from the heart on our Turning 65 leads from Lead Heroes. That's right, our exclusive call verified double opt-in Turning 65 leads. They're normally $50 per lead. That's the retail price if you were to try to buy these yesterday. As of right now, this morning, until the end of the month, you have 2 weeks officially starting right now where you can pick up Lead Heroes Turning 65 leads for only $30 per lead. That's almost 50% off. So don't wait. Head over to leadheroes.com right now. Grab your Lead Heroes turning 65 leads, and know that Lead Heroes loves you for all time and eternity, you guys. Leadheroes.com, LEADHEROES, leadheroes.com. We'll have the link in the comments below this video right here in the 7-Figure Medicare Agent Facebook group. Grab them now.
All right, let's get into 20 minutes in the topic at hand.
We did it. We did it.
All right, so we're going to have to move rather quickly with the time that we have left to get through 10 different ways you can get more T65 business. Okay, so in the past when we've done lists like this, it's kind of been every other, right? You think of one, I think of one, and then we hot potato back. Kind of like the snake draft from earlier. If you guys enjoyed that, you might get round 2 of the snake draft.
Hey-o. Before we get into the 10, why don't you give the people, let's say we got a new agent listening or watching this right now, what's so great about the turning 65 market? Why is it such a big demo that gets focused on by agents? Can you give the people a brief explanation of the value of this market?
Well, if we're going to dive into the why of T65, the T65 market has always been the unlimited year-round opportunity in the Medicare business. We all know that oftentimes, especially for Medicare Advantage business, the commissions are higher because you have true-up business, right? The commissions are not prorated like they are with plan flips and things like that on the Medicare Advantage side of things. Also, you're dealing with a younger demographic of client. So typically, longevity is going to be much greater there due to mortality. If you do a good job for them right off the bat, they're relatively more likely to stick with you over a longer period of time. So it's stickier business. It's the most valuable client you can get in today's Medicare age. And that's probably been that way for a while. I shared a post the other day on my LinkedIn account.
Whoa!
Shout out to my LinkedIn account. And I mentioned a couple of statistics related to
Shout out to my LinkedIn account. Oh my God. We need to get him. We got to save him, guys. We got to save him. Christian's imagining all of his followers just like this small stadium. Just he shouted us out. Oh my God, LinkedIn.
Crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know how aesthetically pleasing this is going to be to listen to in terms of a show, but I think you and I are having fun.
Okay, the podcast as a whole. Right?
Okay, so a couple of statistics I'd like to share with you guys that was posted on my LinkedIn account. So, all right. 2025, it was estimated that there was 62.8 million Medicare beneficiaries in the country, depending on your source. That number is expected to balloon up to anywhere between 77 and 80 million by 2030 in 5 years. That is a 27% growth in just 5 years for a program that's been around for 60 years to get to that original number. So let that sink in.
Numbers.
This is the biggest growth into the Medicare beneficiary pool that there's ever been in such a short period of time in history. People have been running around over the past couple of years repeating that age-old kind of statistic. There's 10,000 people a day. I heard someone the other day say it. There's 10,000 people a day turn 65. That real number is 11,200 a day. That's a massive, massive number. Okay. And I say all that to say, for as lucrative as the T65 market has been always, it's never been more lucrative than it is right now.
That's like 1 million people per quarter.
Yeah.
It's 1 million people per quarter. Guaranteed issue. No health underwriting. You get the biggest commission possible. They're going to live longer than any other Medicare policy you could write. Obviously, if you switch someone during AEP and they're 78 years old, they're not going to have that same sort of lifetime client value that a 65-year-old would have.
Yeah, certainly.
They have disposable income still. There's more cross-sell opportunities. You can get a client for life. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on, right? About how attractive this turning 65 prospect can be.
A lot of our best clients, and when I say best clients, I mean, they send us lots of referrals. They are very loyal to us. They stay with us a long time. Our T65 people that we've written. There's a lot of T65 people that I wrote 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago that are still with us today. That I see their name pop up on the caller ID and someone on our team will answer the phone and talk to them. And I'll be like, so-and-so. And I remember back to sitting at their kitchen table in 2015 or something.
Yeah.
It's just every metric is heightened. Your lifetime value is going to be, I would argue, better than anything else. Your first year commission is going to be better. Everything is going to be better when it comes to T65 business. And so now there was a point in time where I think it was kind of a consensus, and you as a marketer, I'd love to hear your take on this, but I think there was a lot of thought process that the T65 market for a little while was relatively saturated. Like there was a lot of people hitting these people and they just receive inundation. And I still think that happens to a degree, but I think a lot of people shifted for a good 4 or 5 year span there, maybe even a little longer, into plan flips because they were less people targeting that type of demographic, right? And in a way, there's still a bunch of people hitting up T65 business, but dare I say it's become a slight bit underrated? As crazy as that is?
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to say. I do feel like at one point it was super saturated. So I do feel like maybe there's been a little bit of, it could be a combination of things. It could be the fact that we've seen more Medicare agents leave the business than we ever have over the past couple of years. Could be a contributing factor, with some of the things going on like final rule and these non-commissionable plans last AEP. And, marketing in general, I think has gotten a lot harder, so I think the attrition rate with that has probably seen some people exit a little bit. I would still say though that it's still pretty competitive because again, you say 1 million people per quarter, you say 11,000 per day. It sounds like an enormous amount, but then you have to look at all the agents. There's also a lot of non-Medicare agents who will market Medicare to this demo, which is a whole nother topic, but you essentially will have financial advisors who are trying to get retirement plans. They're trying to market Medicare to these individuals just to get a chance at the retirement account. They have no intentions of writing any Medicare. And that just adds to the chaos of what this demo is dealing with. And I would agree with you that it's slightly underrated because I do think a lot of people have gotten so focused on how can I flip someone during AEP or how can I flip them during OEP or how can I get an SCP that allows me to flip somebody, because they're so focused on that side of the business.
Yeah. So seeing that we have set the dinner table, if you will, for this feast that will follow of T65 knowledge, I think we pulled that one off a little bit. We stuck the landing. Maybe we pop in. Maybe we jump into this T6, these 10 ways. This episode of the Seven Figures or Bust podcast is brought to you by the Seven Figure Medicare Agent Summit. Guys, it is a fact that getting around other people that are chasing the same ambitions and destinations in their business as you is a great thing, and it can propel your business years ahead than not getting around people and networking and going to live events. The Seven Figure Medicare Agent Summit is the premier event. Every year we hear year after year after year that it is the event that has the best content. So many events nowadays, they do a lot of pitching from the stage. They're really just there to sell you things. And if nothing more than that, they're just a bunch of vendors put together and they're just nothing but networking. There's no content. The summit is the best of both worlds, you guys. The summit puts together great, fantastic speakers from all ends of the industry, and also get you in a room with like-minded individuals from all over the country that are trying to build their business just like you. The summit this year is taking place in Salt Lake City from June 22nd to 24th at the Hilton Hotel. We still have tickets available. We'd love to have you come out for the event. We are over 50% sold out at the time of recording this, but get your ticket now while you can. This event will sell out, and we'd love to see you there in Salt Lake City.
Welcome to the top 10.
The
ESPN, ESPN's top 10 ways you can market to turning 65.
Since you were so gracious to let me go first, I
which
believe I believe I should return the favor.
In it, right? I'm literally stewing in. I'm like, Con Knuckle was my pick. I just did this with my son last night, and I took Con Knuckle was my number one pick. I just want the record to show if Con comes out and just goes off, I want this to be. He'll probably lose. Anyways, I'm gonna get us started. You guys are 10 different ways that you can get more turning 65 business. And the first one I'm going to say is age-ins from your existing book. If you're doing ACA, this is something that I've talked to a ton of different agents and agency owners. Honestly, it's, in my opinion, you can be mad at me about this, but I think this is one of the only reasons why I would say ACA is even justified, in my opinion. Unless you have an incredible system with ACA, I think if you're able to capture people getting off of ACA into the Medicare market, because they're already your client. And so it's so easy to have that. All of that transition is really easy. Such an easy transition. You're not really fighting anybody for that person. So that's one of the, I think, absolute layups. For those of you who are doing ACA, it's like a T65 gravy train as those people get older. So that's number one.
I like it. Number two, if it snakes draft style back over to
We're
me. Snaking it up. We shouldn't be allowed to do this.
Yeah, it's Friday, everybody. Happy Friday.
Okay. I'm going to just go with the low-hanging fruit on this one. Seminars. T65 seminars. In my opinion, you have a T65 seminar. Some people hate the idea of feeding them dinner. I'll feed them all day long because I'll take the plate liquors because enough people will do business with us. It's a good way to fill the room. It's a very low-hanging fruit way to market the event, to get a lot of attention to the event. Educational only. No sales events up in here. And
no sales events up in here. Up in here. Up in here.
And I think it's just a very efficient way to do business, right? Like you fill your pipeline, you do it consistently, you do it every month. 6 months from now, there might be people that you did seminars on this month that are ready to sign up finally. There might be some people that are ready right away. It's kind of like you're filling this pipeline of people that are going to be aging in at all different times. You do one really strong presentation in front of an audience of people, and not only is it efficient because you're doing one presentation instead of many, but you're also, really planting the seed in the minds of your audience as an authority, right? You're up in front of a crowd teaching about something in a very professional manner. I'm such a fan. I love them. I think they're great. A little expensive to run and to market and to put on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
if
can
you're
be.
just getting in and you're like, and you don't have two nickels to rub together, probably not the thing for you. But
Yeah. Although I will
extremely.
say, I've met a few agents who figured out to do them for almost $0. It's obviously a lot harder, but I've heard agents who they get a library. They reserve a room at a library and they're like getting referrals to go to the library so they can do a 101, and they're not giving away dinner. Like, it's possible to do it in an in-person event like that, but I think it's a lot harder. Whereas if you can spend, I mean, what Christian and I do seminars every month now, and it's thousands of dollars. So, but at the same time, it keeps those people showing up. It is like clockwork.
Which we've done the library thing, and I like the library thing. I'm not saying that it's not good, but I do believe it's a lot more lucrative if you can put together an actual dinner seminar. And even with the library thing, I think the most expensive part of it is not the meal, it's the marketing, which you still have to do either way if you want to get a really good turnout. But I'm seminars in general, I'm just such a fan of. Maybe we should start doing some library ones once in a while. You got
Yeah.
me thinking.
I'm not opposed to it. I just think it's
We've done them before. We've done them before.
Yeah. I think there's value to the library in a community because it's kind of it's almost like the post office. It's like one of those buildings that everyone, especially the older demo, is going to be aware of. So there is some value, I think, of doing things at the library with the library. So yeah, I'm not against it. All right, let's keep trucking though. I'm going to take the sister to the in-person seminar, and that is the online webinar.
Oh.
Doing a Medicare 101 event. Again, this is another situation where you can do this for really low cost. Obviously, if you are going to start running paid ads to funnel people into the webinar, that can start to get pricey fast. But you could also just market it organically if you don't have the money to spend for paid ads, right? You pick a day during the month. Maybe you're doing these once a month. And you can also save that recording and potentially evergreen the recording or share the recording later. So I think there's a lot of benefits to doing an online webinar. Again, even if it's just something that's kind of a part of your marketing portfolio and you're not doing it as your number one main way of trying to get turning 65 business, a lot of people love that rapport building of a real person live on a stream explaining how Medicare works. That's the in-person seminar and again the online webinar, but both of those things I think really build rapport fast with a turning 65 prospect. So that's number 3 in ESPN's top 10 different ways you can get more turning 65 business. What's number 4, Christian?
Number 4 is turning 65 leads from Lead Heroes.
Whoa! I did not see that coming. That came out of nowhere.
Guys, we're going to do the description of number 4 almost as you would hear in a Lead Heroes commercial of sorts. Guys, if you're needing T65 leads, they're quality. You need them fast. You need them on demand. You need them at an affordable price. You need them verified, exclusive, real-time. Those are all the qualities that Lead Heroes Turning 65 leads are. They're online verified, so they opt in on an online submission. Then one of our callers from our call center will reach out to them and verbally verify them, and then in real time pass the lead off to you. And T65 leads, baby. They're people that are going to be isn't it like 3 to 6 months? Isn't that our target range?
It's 2 to 5 months. So we try to find that sweet spot of 2 to 5 months. It's not perfect. You might get someone that's a little further out, a little bit closer. but that's the sweet spot we're aiming for. And I wanted to mention too, there's an incredible video of Christian actually calling these leads. He actually recorded himself calling
For
these
hours.
exact turning 65, and the content is just golden. It really is. If you struggle with these leads and you get, again, the minimum right now is 30, so 30 for 30, another ESPN reference, boom. If you struggle getting a hold of these leads, it might be what you're saying. It might be the scripting or the tonality. So being able to listen to Christian, who's an absolute master on the phone, highly, highly recommend it. Even if you're not using Turning 65 leads from Lead Heroes and you're just trying to figure out the best way to talk to Turning 65 prospects, check out that video. I'll probably get it blasted out on Monday. I was just thinking about it. It's just a really valuable piece of content for you guys to check out.
I think the funnest thing about that video is there are a lot of people that try to shut me down early in the conversation. And so a lot of you always ask, like, what do I do? A lot of you are like, you'll call a lead and maybe they forget that they spoke to the caller that morning or the previous day or anything like that, right? You'll call the lead. And in this case, it was like 3 or 4 days beforehand because I didn't have time to do the video prior. I had to kind of like put these on the back burner until I had time to film. So you call and they're like, I never talked to anyone. I don't need any information. Okay. Wait, what's that? Yeah, I was watching Frozen with my daughter the other day. Okay, bye. That's you guys. And then you hang up. Go away, Ina. What's her name? What's her name?
Anna.
Anna,
Go
thank
away,
you. Go away,
Ina.
Anna.
Go away, Ina.
Go away, Anna. Okay, bye. So like this is this is a great way that you can kind of see real life examples, right? Like, what does it take to continue that conversation going? And a lot of those conversations kept going and turned into very valuable conversations where there's a great opportunity for something to be done there. So yeah, I mean, give that video a watch if you haven't watched it already. A lot of time went into it. I did not want to do it because I've done my time. I've done my time.
I then, if you're really looking for bonus content, I then recorded a reaction video to Christian calling Turning 65 leads. If you want to take it Inception style and just go a whole nother layer deeper, that content exists out there too. If you want to see me kind of tear it down, basically minute by minute of Christian's phone calls. That was great. So that was number 4. I'll pick up number 5 here. I'm gonna say direct mail leads. So as an agent, when I was a brand new agent, I worked almost exclusively direct mail for the first couple of years. I will say, unfortunately, mail returns have continued to plummet over the past 10 years. So, the type of returns that I think mail houses and marketers would get 10 years ago, it's probably 50-60% less at least. Just one of those things. People aren't communicating through the mail nearly as much as they once used to. Back in the day, I think communicating through snail mail was kind of a staple, especially for the older crowd, the Medicare crowd. Getting something in the mail, filling it out, and mailing it back, I think was relatively common, but it's just continued to decline. So that's really the only hang up I have with direct mail today is it's very cost prohibitive. If you're getting a huge return rate, then the cost comes down. But when you're getting a low return rate, 1%, 1.5%, your cost per lead goes way up. So, but again, if you do have somebody who got a mail piece, so they filled it out and they sent it back and you're the one that's calling them back, it can be a great lead. It can be a way to get in front of that Turning 65 audience.
And a lot of what is working these days on direct mail, and again, it's going to be very region based as well.
It is.
I don't
very
think
region based.
I don't think it'll work the same in any area. There's some areas that are so just blanketed in its mail that gets dropped that you could pretty much do anything and you're going to struggle to get a lot of responses. But like the drip marketing mail where you're sending multiple pieces. They have your picture on them, right? They're very relatable.
Yeah.
Like like what Becky and Keith Reel have done up in York,
Yep.
Pennsylvania. Shout out to them. They actually offer a really great training program that teaches you step by step how to replicate what they're doing. And there's a lot of agents that have had a lot of success. But like, I think the old school style where you pay a vendor, they send out a generic piece and you get 2-3% response rates. That's probably mostly done, but it doesn't mean if you get a little more creative and you do more of a drip, 2, 3, 4 different pieces of mail over the course of time when someone turns 65, that it can't be pretty lucrative still.
I think the key there is catching people early, like you're talking about. I think if you're getting in front of someone at the 6, 7, 8, and I just talked to an agent the other day about this. It was actually a really big, now that I'm thinking about it, it was actually a really big agency. And they were explaining how they've slowly started shifting back on their turning 65 marketing, where instead of trying to catch people around the 90 day, they're at like that 6 to 8 month. They love that window because there's a lot less competition at 6 to 8 months. And so does that mean they're going to have to spend more time, money, and energy on follow-up like Christian just talked about with mail? Absolutely. They're going to have to touch this person maybe an extra 2 or 3 times versus someone who's 4 months out. If they're 8 months out versus 4 months out, but now you've established rapport, they have a connection with you, and they're already thinking, oh, I need to work with Everything Senior Insurance because Christian talked to me when I was 8 months out. And that's already potentially going to keep everybody else from getting that business. So I love it. I think that was a great explanation. So take us to number 6, Mr. Brindle. What do you got?
Number 6 is none other than Facebook leads.
Whoa!
Guys, you run Facebook ads. You can generate a lead a multitude of different ways. It is very customizable if you're doing them yourself. You can capture it on a lead form directly on the Facebook platform, which is probably the simplest, easiest way to do it for a beginner. You're going to get probably the lowest potential cost per lead, but the intent is not always as good because it's just easier to fill out, right? Their information is pre-populated. Sometimes they don't even realize they hit submit. They're like, what did I do? So that there's some of that. Or you can send them to a landing page that you control. Your cost per lead might go up a little bit, but your intent might go up too. It just depends on whether you're after quality or quantity. But it is very customizable. It's a great way. And, you can use Facebook ads to promote seminars. You can use Facebook ads to promote webinars. You can use Facebook ads to just generate leads in and of itself that you call and run automations for. So it can be a multifaceted thing. But yeah, Facebook ads is 6.
Nice. 7. And I will say with Facebook ads too, you guys, we do Facebook marketing every single day. We're doing different types of Facebook leads. It can be tough to get people on the phone. Obviously we have a ton of resources when it comes to trying to get folks on the phone. That's kind of our bread and butter. That's what we do at Lead Heroes. But if you're just trying to call as an agent yourself and you're manually calling Facebook leads, it can be a grind. So, just something to keep in mind. Number 7, right? I'm on 7. You were 6. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to say referrals. So finding folks in adjacent senior facing positions. I mentioned financial advisors earlier. Not every financial advisor out there, as an example, not all of them are involved. There are some that will actually try to write that Medicare business, but a lot of them don't. So finding these Medicare adjacent industries where there's seniors, and again, there's so many options when it comes to referrals, and it's essentially building rapport with these folks. Again, as an example, you're talking to a financial advisor, introducing yourself. Hey, I'm Glenn. I'm an agent with Everything Senior Insurance. Nice to meet you. I just want you to know we exclusively focus on Medicare and helping seniors with their Medicare plans. We don't do anything in the financial services space. You don't need to worry about me doing anything with your clients on that end of it, but I'd really appreciate any referrals. If you wanted to send them, my way, I can make sure that you don't have to worry about other financial advisors who do write Medicare poaching your book of business. And then vice versa, I can send people your way too. And I think tax planning is another one that can kind of fit into the same window. If you got a relationship with the tax advisors or CPAs, they're working with seniors or filing taxes all the way up till they die. We all are. We're all paying taxes till we die. So, and the list just goes on and on and on, of different referral partners, people that you can talk to, explain to them that you are a Medicare specialist, you can be their Medicare advisor, and anyone that has questions, they can send your way.
That was 7, right?
That was 7.
Okay. I say we move a little quicker on the rest.
Yeah.
Just because of the time. 8 to me is grassroots marketing, and this is kind of a broader type of thing there. Referral partners could be, I guess, included into that, but since that was already kind of talked about, I'm going to just not talk about that at all. Flea markets, getting out into the community, doing activities for communities, 55 and up communities, assisted living communities, those different types of grassroots marketing, kind of getting out there, being seen in the community, can be a really good way of getting T65 business. You might need
Christian, you're frozen. Yeah, you
Did
froze. You froze. All right. You're back. You're back.
Yeah. So grassroots marketing, getting out into the community, getting in touch with opportunities that would get you more in touch with T65 business. If you do a lot of assisted living stuff, you might get more people that are older, but there's a lot of different types of businesses, activities, things like that you can, participate in that concentrate on more of a T65 demographic. So that's my number 8.
I love it. And I think the grassroots marketing gets slept on a lot, you guys. If you're trying to build in your community, there's no reason not to do some of that. For number 9, I'm going to take paid ads, but in a different direction here. Paid ads in physical form. So this could be paid ads like a billboard. This could be paid ads like your local newspaper. It's kind of a more community centric paid ads stance. I've seen some of this work. Again, this isn't something where I would say justifies putting your entire marketing portfolio in. But if you are trying to really establish that you are a Medicare advisor in your local community, I think having some physical form paid ads like a billboard, or you're getting in a newspaper, or maybe it's some signage that you're paying to get put up, I think can be helpful, can help you get seen more, can help you get more prospects out of your local community. So that's number 9. Number 10, Christian, take us away. What do you got?
Last but not least, we have content creation / local online presence. Okay.
How could we forget?
This could be in the form of putting out content. Our agency has gotten a tremendous amount of business over the years from podcasts, YouTube channels, online written content on our website, books that I've written about Medicare. And of course, something that I do think gets slept on a lot, Google My Business locally, guys. We have a really in-depth training on this, on how you can maximize your Google My Business and get people finding you for free, organically, online, in your area, searching for help and calling into you. We get the calls all the time. So I think that online presence is kind of what I'd categorize all of that as, can be very, very powerful. And it's mostly, for the most part, free.
I love it. I think content creation's a huge one, you guys. Again, it's something in 2026 where a lot of times that's that's a really common way of validating if a business or an individual is real or not. You're looking for content from them. You're looking for something on their social media channels, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever it is that you can find. So I love that. I think that's another great one. There's probably another 3 or 4 we could even throw out there if we were to keep going. But I really think that's a solid list of 10. And of course, Lead Heroes, with the Lead Heroes Loves You sale right now being really at the top of the list, even though we had it at number 4 as we were going through this. But guys, if you like lists like this, if you like to hear us come up with ideas, Christian and I enjoy doing things like this. So just comment below. Obviously, Freebie Friday is going to be happening today. Although I think with Freebie Friday, we're doing your LinkedIn giveaway this week. Is that right?
Shout out to my LinkedIn page.
I'm going to have the team clip that. That was the wildest. I'm going to get that clipped. That's going up everywhere. And you pointed at the camera and you're like, shout out to my LinkedIn fans. I know you're out there, baby. Autos. I'll sign merch later, boys and girls.
Yes, Freebie Friday this week is going to be, and I believe we're extending it to Monday, right? We're going to let it go throughout the weekend. If
we're going to Monday, yes. Explain to the people what's going on with Freebie Friday this week.
Here's what you got to do. There's exciting things happening right now on my LinkedIn account.
Christian's just lit up all of a sudden. He's like, I get to talk about LinkedIn? Hang on a second.
There's some really amazing stuff happening on my LinkedIn account right now. And to be a part of Freebie Friday this week, you need to go follow the account. There's only one. It's easy to find. Christian Brindle. Follow it. Take a screenshot proving you've done so. In Django Unchained, I must then transport the body to prove I have indeed killed him.
Hey, one question I saw come up regarding this. Jesus Christ. If someone already is, they can just screenshot and show if they're okay. Because I saw that come up in the Facebook group. They're like, what if I'm already following you?
Yes. Definitely. Definitely you can still contribute if you can participate if you're already following. We appreciate you, following and subscribing to the account. And you'll be entered into the giveaway. So take a screenshot proving that you've done it, and then post it in one of the streams or post it in the Facebook group, post it somewhere that we can see and verify that it's actually happened. I actually have a post up in the group that you can look for that is announcing this Freebie Friday giveaway. And you can also comment it on there. As of right now, there is 128 comments on it, so it should be pretty easy to find.
Nice. And what's at stake here for you already announced the prize on there as well?
Yes. So there's going to be a choice of one of 3 fabulous prizes. The first option is
Dana White over. What's behind door 1, Christian?
Behind door 1 is a summit ticket. 2, if you have no significant other you'd like to bring. Woo! A $400 to $800 retail value. Free.
Wow.
Behind door number 2 is 10 preset Medicare appointments from Lead Heroes. Anywhere between an $800 to $1,000 retail value. Or behind door number 3 is 40 hours of virtual assistant hours.
Whoa.
Essentially a $480 retail value. So you can choose whichever one tickles your fancy. And you and one lucky winner will be chosen from this Freebie Friday contest.
I love it. This is quite the Freebie Friday, you guys. So again, screenshot that you are following Christian on LinkedIn, post that screenshot, and we'll probably end up having a couple different threads where you can post that screenshot, and we'll gather all those screenshots Monday. And then end of day Monday, we will have one lucky winner. Or are we going to have multiple winners on this?
That is up to you. I'm good with one or multiple.
I say we have 3 winners and they each pick one. Maybe we'll like go in order. So it's like the first one gets to pick, second one gets to pick, and the third one gets what's left.
I love it. I love it.
So we'll have
let's do
3
that.
winners. 3 winners, you guys. All 3 prizes are going to go. And Freebie Friday is happening, but it's not going to be given away until Monday, which is President's Day. Shout out to all those dead presidents out there. We appreciate you.
Instead of going into final thoughts, I propose that we give a quick reaction to this.
I will say I feel great about how I look as an FBI agent. I feel there's something about and I just I don't even know what else to say about this. We had our marketing meeting on Thursday, and we've really enjoyed these AI images in our marketing process. We actually have an AI image right now, you guys, of Christian and I doing like the nightly news, and it's crushing for us personally. We're doing really well with this.
Yes.
But then this came up. Christian, what are your thoughts on
I was kind of grumpy yesterday when I got done with work. I worked from home yesterday. Today I'm in the office. Today I'm here in our Sandy office. But I come upstairs when I'm done working at the end of the day, and I'm talking to my wife, and I'm grumpy. She's like, "What happened?" I'm like, it was kind of a crazy day yesterday. And she's like, "Well, I heard you hollering and laughing down there." And I'm like, "Well, that was the marketing meeting." That kind of, and so our marketing meetings are infamous, right? Like maybe we'll even do something where, like, if you guys are interested enough, like you guys can pay and be a fly on the wall or something, like a subscription for our marketing.
We're gonna start selling our meetings. Ultimate entrepreneurs.
And then this idea came up, and we were like, "Are we actually gonna do this? Are we gonna get a bunch of backlash?" And it's like, but it's so funny and
very funny.
Glenn put it out there, and I was in tears on the marketing meeting yesterday.
We both were. I lost it. And I will say too, you guys did a good job of keeping it light. Obviously, the Epstein files can be
very
a bit
polarizing.
Yeah, a bit dark. But I think the vast majority of you seem to have gotten the joke and how funny it was too. So I love that. I love that you guys were laughing with us. We're gonna have more of those. I love the crazy AI images. It just makes me laugh so hard. I love it.
If you guys would like us to run that image as an ad, let us know.
No.
Comment it on the stream or on any platform you might consume the show on. And guys, I think that's a good stopping point.
Yeah.
On episode 196. Guys, if you enjoyed today's show, make sure to like, comment, subscribe on the platform of your choice. And we'll be back with you guys next time for episode 197. Here's to your massive success, and have a wonderful weekend.